Manchester United have won their final pre-season game of the summer. Now, there hasn't been a video for a while and there hasn't been too much to talk about with regards to Manchester United and transfers in or even transfers out, but we finally got back to another game after the previous game was postponed against Preston due to some coronavirus outbreaks in and amongst the staff. But that was one that was exciting for Manchester United to get back to seeing at Old Trafford some of the senior players more than it was the previous games, and there was a bit of uproar and disappointment in the previous games when we didn't play so good, but there was pretty much a third string team coming out in second half of them games, and a lot of young players playing in them games, the likes of Hugo getting minutes, Hannibal getting minutes, Shuratiri, some of these 17, and you can't expect them to be bossing games like when they're getting in the groove in 15 minutes, 20 minutes appearances. And today we've seen a stronger lineup, more minutes for senior players, and we performed better today. I'm not taking anything away from the fact that it is pre-season. I've said that, I mean, obviously you don't want to see the mistakes that happen in pre-season. Like, it would be concerning for Everton, that first goal they conceded, a mess up at the back between the defender and Pickford messing it up there, and Greenwood sliding it home for 1-0, which was nice to see Greenwood get himself a goal. Doesn't really get enough of them goals for me. A great shooter of the ball, great striker of the ball, but needs to probably get the scrappy goals like that one more often. So getting in there and anticipating the mistakes, getting some more tap-ins, that's where Greenwood needs to up his goal tally on. But getting that monkey off his back before the game against Leeds is great, because we're going to see him starting. We've started with obviously Martial as the striker, James on the left and Greenwood on the right. I think that is probably how we're going to go in that game next week. The only difference I could see potentially happening would be Pogba on the left out of that front three changing, because we haven't got too many other options at this moment. Rashford's out, Cavani hasn't come back yet into the squad, and neither has Sancho come into the squad, and that would be the normal front three that we would have started that Leeds game with. But all three of them, Cavani and Sancho, will probably be along the substitutes for that game. Pogba did come on in the second half, which was good to see him get a run out as well. But overall, it's just positive that players have got minutes under their belts. Slabhead, Harry Maguire getting the second goal from a Luke Shaw cross. Nice to see him get another goal. Doesn't get enough goals himself. Should be getting more goals with the amount of headers he gets. But he's put it away. And then I think it was before the hour mark, Bruno Fernandes putting in a free kick, which was nice to see. We've seen him score free kicks before, getting back on the score sheet. Didn't have the greatest time at the Euros, but nice to see. And they've got a number of minutes under their belt now, so they should be fresh and fit. I mean, Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw should be okay for the start of the season anyway, because they've been playing football, and it was only a few weeks ago they didn't play, from when they didn't play, so they would be okay. It's the players like Sancho who haven't played football much all summer, only playing one game for England and a couple of minute appearances besides that, which is the more concerning for Manchester United. And for that, because a number of players have gone on these, like, I mean, even De Gea went on the internationals with Spain and didn't play a single fucking minute for Spain, and then has to come back and hasn't played really for a long time, hasn't played since the Europa League final. So some players can be rusty when they've not played for many weeks, and that can be a problem. But hopefully Sancho and Cavani can get some training sessions in this week and be ready for the substitutes bench next weekend. But overall, a good run out. Van der Beek and Matic were okay, were decent in midfield. Maybe that will be a partnership that we could see against Leeds, I'm not too sure. Scott McTominay will probably come in, I would think, instead of probably Matic or Van der Beek next week, but we'll have to wait and see. But I think this is probably going to be a similar lineup to what we put out next week. I think Henderson is quarantining or he's coming back from injury, I'm not too sure, so De Gea will keep his place between the sticks. Was a lot of changes in the second half. Dalot's got a goal at the end to make it 4-0, which is nice to see. I don't see the problem with keeping him as the backup right back if you can't get another backup right back in for Manchester United this summer. I would sooner have us gone for a midfield player as a priority over a right back, but we will have to wait and see. I still think one more signing may happen for Manchester United, but we'll have to wait and see. We haven't even got the Varane deal over the line yet because he's quarantining as well. It's been a hectic summer for Manchester United and for a lot of other clubs. It's no excuse, but the fact that a lot of these teams, the likes of Manchester United, Chelsea and Manchester United, have all had players quarantining away from the Euros and all shit like that. They've not got the squads that they normally have, and going into these games, like Manchester United got Leeds, they've pretty much got a full strength team to put out next weekend. And although we have got a fairly big squad, Chelsea, Man City have all got fairly big squads, we're not going to be putting out our first 11s next weekend. And I would have liked to have seen the season moved a week away so that these players could have come back quicker, so we could have put a more stronger lineup out. But if we've got to put the likes of James out, Marshall and Greenwood out as our front three, then we'll have to go with it against Leeds. But it's just not my favourite front three, and I've still got concerns over James. Obviously, Greenwood hasn't been scoring free-flowing scoring in pre-season like I would have hoped, but it is only pre-season, and obviously Martial's only got these 50-60 minutes under his belt in about 4 months, which is a bit concerning considering he's probably going to be leading the line against Leeds next weekend. So there is concerns for Manchester United. We've won this game this morning 4-0, which is a comfortable scoreline. I mean, Everton didn't have their full team out. Richarlison wasn't playing. Calvert-Lewin was apparently had a knock. They've made a lot of changes in this game as well, so you can't read too much into this fucking shit anyway. But it's always nice to get one over Rafa Benitez, that cunt. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What you think of going into this season? Will we sign any more players? I fucking hope we sign another 2, but I'm not too sure. I think one more major signing may happen. I've got my feeling that'll be Kieran Trippier, but let me know in the comment section below. There will be more videos if and when Manchester United make some moves in and out, but there's just nothing to talk about at this moment in time besides this game, and we've got the job done. I mean, that second half was a bit stale for Manchester United, just going through the motions, but that's what it is about. I get a pre-season, it's getting the minutes under your belt. It's not going full belt out when you're 3-0 up. It's comfortable, you're winning. You don't need to exert yourself too much, and we go next weekend. Looking forward to the start of the season. As I say, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you're watching it on Facebook, please do hit the share button, and I will talk to you all again soon. See ya.